All right, shalom. Shalom to the elect of Israel, whoever you might be out there. I'm going to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Racha, Kodash. And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. That's the brother Amawan Padal from the GMS Denver camp, doing a lesson in regards to how vengeance is promised for our enemies. All right, vengeance from Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai is promised and guaranteed for our enemies. Our chief enemy being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, and this is where patience comes into play, and faith, man. Because without faith, you're not going to have the patience it takes to wait for the Lord to step in and exact that vengeance which is promised. All right, because it's all throughout the scriptures, man. Esau ain't finna get away with none of the shit that he's done and is doing. All right, but I want to read something real quick. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven." All right, so there's a time for everything, man. Is what it's saying. And I want to jump down. Matter of fact, I'll read down to verse 8. Verse 2, it says, "A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance." Okay? And we're in the time of mourning right now, man. We're mourning because we're in this low-ass condition underneath these fucking heathen, man. All right? On the bottom of society. Paying bills, scraping to get by, you know what I'm saying? Like all that, man. All right? Being underneath the curses. So we're in a state of mourning, man. Those who are in their right mind, should I say. Okay? Verse 5, it says, "A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing." All right? And we're not in the time of being all extra friendly to people out here, man. All right? There are a lot of things that are going on that are being orchestrated by these devils. You got agents coming up to camps, such as Hocab Malone. All right? Now it's not the time to be all buddy-buddy. It's time to be wise and circumspect, man. It's time to be vigilant. All right? You see? Verse 6. "A time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away." Verse 7. "A time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak." All right? Now, right now, we're in a time to speak because, you know, the Lord still has his prophets out here, you know, going in on prophecy, letting them know what's going down, man. Letting these people know what the will of the Heavenly Father is, man, through his son, Yahawashi. The prophets are still out here doing what they got to do. But, you know, as you know, what is it? Amos 8 and 11, verse 12, it talks about the famine of the word, a time in which the prophets are going to be silent. We're not going to be out here teaching and doing these videos like we're doing now, man. That time is coming. There's a time for that too, man. But right now it's the time to speak, to prophesy against these goddamn devils, to prophesy against these heathen, the 2/3 of our own people who are wicked. All right, and to prophesy the kingdom of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai and the return of our Lord Yahawashi, who they ignorantly call Jesus. It's time to do that right now. So we getting it in while we still can. All right, now here's the point I want to make right here, verse 8. All right, Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 8, it says, "A time to love and a time to hate." All right, there's hate in the Bible, man. It's right there. For all you, you know, soft-ass Christians out there talking about God doesn't hate. God doesn't hate. He doesn't want you to hate. Well, it tells you right here that clearly there's a time to love and a time to hate. And we hate Esau. We hate wickedness. And wickedness is at its all-time high. And we hate it here. All right? A time of war and a time of peace. And right now, we're not in a time of peace. We're coming into a time of war. Right now, we're already in a war, man. A spiritual war. Spiritual warfare has been waged against you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you Israelite foreigners out there, man, scattered amongst the heathen. All right? This is a war for your spirit, a war for your soul, man. All right? Your mind is being fucked with on a daily basis whether it be the news media, all right, the music, the food, the air, everything, man. These devils have weaponized everything. So this is a war. You're in a war, man, whether you know it or not. All right. So we're in a time of war, and then all of a sudden, you know, you see this thing going on with Donald Trump in D.C. All right, Donald Trump out there patrolling you know, D.C. out there, man, sending a message that he's declared war on you tribes, man. You see what's happening with the Northern Kingdom already, the so-called Latinos, Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Alligator Alcatraz and deportation and all these things that are going on to target who? The Israelites, because they declare war on us, man, as prophesied. You see, us that are in the know, we know what's going on because the Lord has opened up our eyes. All right, he's given us the Holy Spirit to see that we're in a time of war. Everybody else, they out here acting like it's all good, man. The majority of our people are walking around, you know, like ain't nothing going on, man, living their so-called lives. They're about to soon see that war is going to come to their front doorstep, man. All right, but at the same time, we know who wins this war. All right, the elect of the nation of Israel, man, through the power and spirit of YAHAWAH, bahasham, we win the war. Lord willing, we're of the elect. All right, because vengeance is promised, man. The Lord is going to take down our enemies. All right, all we got to do is wait for it, man. All right, matter of fact, let's get Isaiah real quick. Hold on, bear with me. Let me get Isaiah 26. Okay, Isaiah 26 and verse 5 is what I think it is. All right, bear with me. Yeah, man, I woke up this morning, man, like in that warrior type mind state, man, spiritually speaking. Because we're tired of these goddamn devils, man. It's time for the Lord to do something to them. All right, you can't be weak out here, man. You're gonna be calling to the Lord for the vengeance. That's the right spirit to be in. Okay, now here's Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 5. It says, "For he bringeth down them that do," matter of fact, let me start it. Yep, that's it. "For he bringeth down them that dwell on high. The lofty city he layeth it low. He layeth it low even to the ground. He bringeth it even to the dust." And the lofty city, all right, today would be America, Babylon the Great. All right, the proud, lofty, you know, Edomites have made this their hub of wickedness. All right, America. It pumps out wickedness like a goddamn factory, man. All right, and the Lord is finna bring it low, even to the ground. He's gonna burn it down, man. That's prophesied, man. World War III is that time period in which the Lord is gonna allow these nations to launch their missiles, their arrows, to hit America, Babylon the Great, to take it out, man, to lay it low. All right, the prized possession of Esau, man, is about to be destroyed here. All right, let's see verse 6. It says, "The foot shall tread it down, even the feet of the poor and the steps of the needy." That's right, man. So before this place is destroyed by way of thermonuclear fire, it's going to be taken down internally as well, man. You see it's on the decline, man. America is not that great country of opportunity anymore, man. People are mourning, they're lamenting. All right, even Edomites out here complaining and shit on YouTube and TikTok and all these other platforms, man, because America's being brought low. All that pride is gonna be taken all the way down, man, by YAHAWASHI. You got homeless goddamn Edomites everywhere, man, strung out on drugs. All right, and the feet of the poor. Who's the poor, man? The Israelites. We're considered the poor. All right, and we're gonna trot this place down. Cause Jake getting tired out here, man. You see, the 2/3 of our people, they finna lose their damn minds on Esau. As it tells you, man, the Lord's finna put the spirit on these 2/3 Israelites out here to get busy on Esau. Now, we understand that we're to wait on the Lord, man. Those that are the hopeful elect. We're not out here to get our own vengeance. All right, YAHAWAH bahasham is gonna bring that vengeance. But he will allow these 2/3, man, to to get active on Esau here in the near future, man. All right? They're fed up as well. Let me get Isaiah 42 real quick. I'm going to get some in Isaiah, the 42nd chapter, man. It's time for this shit to go down, man. If you ain't feeling that way, you need to check your spirit. All right? Let me see. Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 13. I'm going to read down to verse 14. All right. And it says here, the Lord, YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. And our Lord is a man of war. It tells you in Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. Go read that. Okay. The Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yeah, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. And the chief enemies of our Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, and the Israelites are who? The Edomites. All right? So he's going to prevail against his enemies, as it is written, man. All right? Verse 14, it says, I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. Come on, man. That's heavy. And that's how we feel, man. You know what I'm saying? As the hopeful elect. You know? We've holding our peace. You know what I'm saying? Letting these damn devils say they got to say their little slick, underhanded comments to us at our jobs and whatnot. You know? Doing little slick shit to us. And we refrain ourselves even to this day. Because we know that vengeance is the Lord's, but the Lord has refrained himself as well. All right? Because the Lord is long suffering. He's allowed these devils to build their pride up to the level in which they're going to be, brought low. He's allowed them to afflict his chosen people. You see? And it's going to come, to the point in time where he's going to say, all right, that's enough. And he's going to send his son YAHAWASHI, and YAHAWASHI is not going to meet you devils as a man. He's coming back as a destroying force. All right, so he's gonna scream or cry, let out that war cry like a travailing woman. Imagine a woman, pregnant, get ready to give birth, and that those pains are coming upon her, and she's screaming. All right, that loud ass, blood curdling scream. Well, that's what YAHAWASHI is gonna do in a spiritual sense. He's gonna let loose on you goddamn devils, man, and devour you at once. Okay, so I just want to bring that one out, man. That's the spirit that the Lord is in. All right, and we're in that same spirit too, because when it's time for him to let us loose, all right, when he decides it's time, that's going to happen as well. And we're not shying away from that, man. The Lord going to give his men spiritual power when that time comes, man, to defend themselves, or to defend ourselves against these damn murderers, man, being the Edomites, all right, who have declared war on the tribes. Now, I'm going to go to Ezekiel chapter 25 real quick, because this came to mind as well. Ezekiel chapter 25, and I'm going to start at verse 12. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely in a time of heavy spiritual warfare. All right. And eventually it's going to be physical warfare, man. When these devils try to murder us, man, they're going to be the attackers, and the Lord going to step in and, even out the score, so to speak. Now, this is Ezekiel chapter 25 and verse 12. It says, thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom, you see that? Because they Edom have dealt against the houses of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. So it's talking about how Esau has afflicted the southern kingdom, but he's really afflicted all 12 tribes, not just the so-called Negroes, also the Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. All right, but this is the Lord, bringing out that judgment on Edom. Now, verse 13, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. That's violence to me, man. All right, violence from the Lord, man. He's gonna stretch out his hand upon Edom. All right. We know the right hand of Yahweh is YAHAWASHI, and he got a deadly right hand. Verse 14, it says, and I will, check it out, one of my favorites, man. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. So the Israelites are an extension of the Lord's hand. All right, understand that. It tells you that he's going to make his creature the weapon in Wisdom of Solomon. All right. In the Apocrypha, it also tells you in what is it? Is it Jeremiah 50? I believe, where it says he's going to make us his battle axes and weapons of war. That time is coming. All right. So yeah, man, he says, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord power. You see that? The Lord gonna put a cold spirit on his men in these last days to get at these goddamn devils, man. And that's just prophecy. All right? You see what I'm saying? So we're waiting for that time to come too, man. The Lord said he's gonna put his anger in us, man. Because we can't get mad enough at these damn devils. The Lord gonna have to change our spirits in these times, man, to exact the vengeance that he's prophesied to happen. So there you go, man. And it's specifically talking about Edom in those scriptures right there. So they got a judgment coming, man. That vengeance is promised. All right. Now let's jump down to 2 Thessalonians. I want to get that real quick. 2 Thessalonians, let me see, chapter 1 and verse 6. Okay. So this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6. What does it say? It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Righteous payback, man. Payback is righteous. All right. We just read it right here in 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6. All right. But what does it say? It says it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. So we're not out here, getting our own vengeance. It's going to be the Lord that's going to do it, man. Because he's a balanced power. He punished us for our rebellion. He's allowed these devils to trodden us down and to pretty much shit on us for all these generations. All right. To murder us, to afflict us heavily. And now it's time for the Lord to recompense that vengeance, man. We're in that time, man. So hold on a little bit longer. All right. Now let me get Isaiah 58. All right. I'm just gonna run through these precepts, man, because it's all here in the scriptures, and you can tell that I'm not making it up because I'm reading the scriptures off to you. We're not speaking our own vain opinions, man. Okay, this is what the Lord has said. So this is Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 10. Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me get No, never mind. Salakia. That's not the one I'm looking for. It's Isaiah. I believe it's 50 or Psalms 58. Salakia. All right. So yeah, I got it. Salakia. All right. It is Psalms 58 and verse 10. All right. Now it says this: the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. You see? And we're going to rejoice when we finally see the vengeance being exacted on these devils, man. We can't wait, man. We can't wait till all hell breaks loose and the Lord gives his men spiritual power, and he sends the angels, the hosts of heaven, to get busy on these devils, because that's what's going to happen as well. You're going to have the angels, those so-called UFOs, which are really the vehicles of the heavens. All right. They're going to get down on Esau as well in these last days. All right. That movie War of the Worlds, man, with Tom Cruise, brothers bring that up a lot, where they show the so-called aliens destroying these damn devils, man. That's how it's going to be. All right. On a higher level. All right. And we're going to rejoice when we see that vengeance, man, because it's promised. Verse 11, it says, so that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, he is a power that judgeth in the earth. So righteous judgment, man. We're waiting for that righteous judgment to go forth, man. All right. You got to patiently wait for it because it's coming. It's promised, right? So we're going to dance in that day, man. All right. In the blood of our enemies, man. Not literally, but figuratively speaking. All right. Now, oh yeah, I got to get that Isaiah. I got to get that Isaiah real quick. Isaiah 63, where it talks about YAHAWASHI getting down on these Edomites. This is what we desire, man. This is what we desire to finally see. Because these devils have been seemingly getting away with all the wicked shit that they've been doing in the earth for so long. But we want the Lord to finally step in. All right, and he will. Because it says right here in Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? All right. This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Let's talk about YAHAWASHI. That's what that's talking about right there, man. Alright? And it says, verse 2, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. So Isaiah was seeing the vision of the Lord, like he had his clothing stained with red grapes. When people stomp out grapes and stuff in the wine press, they get all the juice on their clothes, and it looks like blood, man. All right, that's what it looked like, in the eyes of Isaiah, man, when he was speaking his prophecy right here, man, of our Lord YAHAWASHI returning, because he's coming back for what? For vengeance, man. All right, you're gonna stomp you goddamn devils out like grapes in the wine press. Verse 3, it says, I have trodden the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. So that's symbolic of the Lord bringing that violence. He's not going to actually get, blood on his clothes, man, when he returns, man. He ain't going to be out here on the earth, down here on the earth, physically stomping out Esau, man. Nah, man. That's symbolic of the bloodshed that's going to happen due to his return, man. All right, the day of the Lord is at hand, right? The Christian church will tell you the day of the Lord is going to be a nice, peaceful time. Everybody going to be holding hands and singing songs. Nah, man. When the Lord YAHAWASHI come back, he's coming back hot. It's that Lion of the tribe of Judah. He came as a lamb the first time to be our sacrifice, but now he's coming back as that Lion of the tribe of Judah to rip you bastards apart, man. Okay, now it says, verse 4, for the day of vengeance, you see that word vengeance again, for the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And we hope to be that redeemed, man. We want to be amongst that number that's redeemed from this hell that we're in, from these weak mortal bodies, to receive those new immortal bodies that are not subject to sin. All right, the second covenant. All right, we need to be redeemed from this lower state that we're in as Israelites. Now, verse 5, it says, matter of fact, yeah, I think that's the point I wanted to make on that one. Now we'll read down to verse 7. It says, and I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. The Lord is furious, man. It says he's angry with the wicked every day. Now verse 6, it says, and I will tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. You see that? The Lord finna shut everybody's goddamn mouth, man. All right? And look, man, it's 144 on my car. Tom, if you can see that right there. Hey, call Allah YAHAWASHI. Yeah, man. Everything's spiritual. But yeah, man, the Lord, man, he's finna exact his anger on you devils, man. Point blank, period. All right, so back in Isaiah 63, let's continue on. It says, verse 7, I will mention the loving kindness of the Lord Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, and the praises of the Lord, all right, according to all that the Lord Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, hath bestowed on us, and that great and the great goodness toward the house of Israel. The Lord gonna have mercy on the Israelites, man, the elect, you see, which he hath bestowed on them according to his mercies and according to the multitude of his loving kindness. You see, so we're hoping to receive the mercy from the Lord in these last days. All right, there's a scripture that says, in wrath remember mercy. So when the Lord, taking out vengeance on these devils and these heathens and these 2/3, we're praying that the Lord has mercy on us. All right, so that was Isaiah 63 verse 1 through 7. Now I want to get Exodus real quick. Let's go back to the law real quick. I want to bring this out. All right, and a lot of y'all don't really understand these laws, man, because a lot of these laws refer to these last days. The law is still in effect. We're just not under the punishment of the law, because we're in a grace period, but the law is perfect, man. So let's go to Exodus 21. I want to get verse 16. Okay, check this out, man. So this is Exodus chapter 21 verse 16 in our law. It says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Let's read that one more time, man. Exodus 21 and verse 16. In the law, right? It says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, you see, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So, who did the Edomites steal? Right, during the translated slave trade, when he took over American Babylon the Great and put us in captivity, into slavery, who did he steal? He stole the Israelites. Right? And are we not still found in his hand? Are we not still in his country? Are we not still in America serving captivity? But guess what? He shall surely be put to death. All right? Because you took the Lord's chosen people, the Israelites. So you got to pay for that, man. Vengeance is promised. Death is promised for you goddamn Edomites, man. All right? Just know that. And that's the vibration that I want to put out there, man. Because these words are spiritual. And we speak these things into existence, man, when we prophesy. All right? We want the vengeance to be exacted on these devils, man. Okay? Now let's also get something from the New Testament. Let's get Revelation 13. You know where I'm going, man. If you know, you know. All right? Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. All right? Let's get that one. All right? And it says this. He that leadeth, matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 9. All right? Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. All right? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. You see that? The patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites, man. All right? Like I said earlier in the beginning of this lesson, all right, through our faith, we have this patience, man. We have this long suffering, waiting for the Lord to exact that vengeance, to take our enemies and to put them into captivity, because it's prophesied, man. It's in the scriptures, man. It's right here. It's prophesied. All right? So, he that leadeth into captivity, and the Edomites led us into captivity, guess what? They're going into slavery. As it is written. Okay? So, I want to bring that out, just to, paint that picture. Because you devils are on top right now, but not for much longer, man. Not for much longer. And that's why they're scrambling right now. They're trying to escape captivity. That's why they try to bring forth that mark of the beast system. They're trying to lock it down so they don't go into captivity. But the Lord's finna upset your plans, man. Your new world order is not going to go through. It's going to be upset by thermonuclear war. Okay? So let's get let's get this one. Psalms 137. All right, we just run through all these vengeance scriptures, man. All right? Divine vengeance, man. Righteous vengeance is going to be exacted on all of our enemies. Okay? So let's get what was it? Yeah, Psalm 137. I'm going to read that whole Psalms because it's fairly short but powerful. Okay? Where's it at? Psalm 137. And this is something that these Edomites hate. They hate this one right here, man. And you weak ass Israelites too, man. That want to save the so-called white man. You want to save the Edomite. Y'all hate these scriptures right here. But I'm gonna read it. All right, this is Psalms 137. It says, "By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion." All right, we went into captivity, man. We remembered, our holy city. You know what I'm saying? We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive, right, required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of those songs of Zion. Now, you gotta understand, in the ancient times, we were taken into captivity by the Babylonians. But guess what? The modern Babylonian is now who? The Edomites. And they also did this. They've done this as well. They carried us away captive by way of cargo slave ship, right? Northern and Southern Kingdom. All right? And they required of us a song. They told us to sing and dance and entertain them. They're doing that to this day. They got Jake set up as entertainers, athletes, making them billions and billions of dollars. All right? Because, the Lord has made us his chosen people, and we have talent, and we have salt, and we have abilities that these Edomites exploit. So they required of us a song. Dribble that ball, boy. Throw that football. You know what I'm saying? Sing that song, you know, because that's what they do. They required of us mirth. All right? So verse 4 says, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, the children of Edom. See that? Remember, O YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, the children of Edom. In the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. And that's these goddamn devils that were saying, erase us, destroy us. All right? They wanted us destroyed, man. But they can't destroy the children of Israel, man. All right? We're a nation unto the Lord forever. Now, verse 8, it says, O daughter of, look, check it out. Here's the point right here. It lets you know it's not talking about ancient Babylon, man. Because I went to the chat GPT and I typed in, you know, Psalms 137, what is the meaning of it? And they said it's pretty much parabolic for, you know, ancient Babylon. Nah, motherfucker. It mentions Edom in this very chapter. And then it says the daughter of Babylon. So you done, Esau. All right? It's not talking about that. It's talking about your ass. It says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. All right? And America is the chief place that's going to be destroyed, man. Patterned after the ancient wicked systems of old. Patterned after Babylon in the ancient time, man. Patterned after Rome. Patterned after Greece. All right? Patterned after ancient Egypt, the land of our captivity. That's what this place, America, Babylon the Great is, man. That's why it says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. That sounds like recompense. That sounds like payback to me, baby. All right, it's right there. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. All right, verse 9. These are not my words, man. Verse 9, here it is. This is when they hate right here. It says, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. All right, you see that? Taking little Edomite babies and dashing their ass against the stones, man. Hey, they did that to us, did they not? And worse. Go look up gator bait, where they took our little children, our babies, and they fed them to alligators. They did that to us. So guess what? There's a recompense coming back for that, man. You got to pay for all that shit. They would take the pregnant Israelite women in slavery. What would they do? They would they did it to the Northern Kingdom as well, man. The so-called Native Americans as well, man. And the Latinos, they would take the pregnant women, our pregnant women, get a sword and cut the baby out, and then stomp on the baby's head. But y'all don't want to talk about that, man. But y'all are mad at us for talking about recompense. Man, fuck y'all, man. Vengeance is promised. Remember that, man. That's the title of this lesson. Vengeance is promised. Okay? Gotta read that one more time, man. All right, Psalms 137 verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. And that will happen, by the way. All right? So, in due time, that will come to pass. All right? And there's nothing that y'all can do about it, man. Okay? So let's get, oh yeah. Gotta get Obadiah. And Shabbat Shalom, by the way, it's the Shabbat. All right? Obadiah chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 1 and read down to verse 4. Talking about who? You devils, you Edomites. Now it says, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. All right? We have heard a rumor from the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. All right? Time of war. Verse 2, it says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. That's right. The Lord is taking you damn devils down, man. He's made you small amongst the heathen. These other nations out here are looking down at you goddamn devils. And they get ready to shoot their missiles at your ass in the midst of World War III. Now, verse 3, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And right now they living high on the hog, man. You know what I'm saying? These damn devils, you know, they got the best places of land, the best real estate, the fattest bank accounts. They living good, right? They living high. All right, but the Lord said He gonna bring them down to the ground, because in their pride they say, who gonna bring us down? This is what they think in their mind, that they'll never be brought down, but they will be. We're actually watching it happen right now. Now, verse 4, it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. And what's the symbol of the United States? It's the eagle. All right. And though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, a proud bird, right? The highest flying bird, if I'm not mistaken. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, Space Force, okay, all the satellites they got in the heavens, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI. And there it is right there. The Lord gonna bring you fucking punk ass devils down, man, all the way down. All that pride finna be stomped out, man. All right. You got Donald Trump out there, man, patrolling the streets of DC. You know, that's the pride of you devils, man. You think you just gonna stomp us out? You just gonna murder all the Israelites? You think you gonna put an RFID microchip in all of us and make us your slaves forever? Nah, man, that's your pride deceiving you. All right, we telling you the truth according to the will of Yahweh, bahasham YAHAWASHI, and that will be done. All right. Okay, let's get let's get Isaiah. Back to Isaiah chapter 2. All right. Let's see what this says, man. Let's see what Isaiah 2 says. Isaiah 2 and verse 11. Okay. It says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled. All right, that pride. And the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. And the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, alone shall be exalted in that day. The day of the Lord, man, the day of vengeance, the day of recompense. All that pride is going to be out the window, especially for you Edomites. Okay. Verse 12, it says, for the day of the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI of hosts, shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty. And the most proud is you devils. And upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. Not making this up, man. All right. And you devils are proud as hell right now in these last days, man. Donald Trump got y'all head gassed up, man. All right. You see? Let's get Genesis. Let's go all the way to the beginning. Let's get the book of Genesis. There's a point I want to make in Genesis real quick, all right? So here we have the book of Genesis. Chapter 27. Genesis 27 and 41. Okay? So this goes back to the ancient hatred that these damn Edomites have for you Israelites. And that's why they're declaring war on you in these last days, by their laws and their legislations, sending their task force to patrol your cities. All right? Or the cities in which we dwell in. Now, yep, here it is. Genesis 27, verse 41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Because Esau is that murderer, man. It's the same spirit as Cain, who murdered his brother Abel. That spirit is in these damn devils in these last days, and getting ready to show you Israelites, man. That ancient hatred has not gone nowhere, man. And we're in the time of him attempting to slay his brother Jacob, which are you Israelites. All right? And this is why we need Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI to step in and exact that vengeance on these devils, man, because he has that murderous spirit in him, man, and it's being roused up. All right? Now, yeah, let me get Isaiah 59 real quick, because the power that we're going to be given, spiritual power is part of this, man. And the spiritual power that we're going to be given in these last days is to defend against these murderers, man. All right? We're not out here doing no kind of preemptive bullshit, man. All right? You got Israelites out there talking about they going to take to the streets with their guns and whatnot. Look, man, that ain't going to save you, man. We need YAHAWASHI. We need divine intervention. It's going to get that ill out here, man. So let's go to Isaiah chapter 59. All right, this is that scripture that talks about spiritual power and how it's going to be given. All right. So Isaiah 59 and verse 19, it says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy, all right, who's the enemy? Esau, shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI shall lift up a standard against him. So there you go. So when the enemy comes in like a flood, when these devils run down on us, man, when they finally lose their goddamn minds, which they will, they're going to try to murder any Israelite that they see. Okay? I've had dreams of this, man. Years ago, I had a dream in which these Edomites like just lost their damn mind one day, and they're just trying to murder any Israelite that they seen with their guns. You know they got guns. You know they strapped to the teeth. They gonna use them on you tribes. And in the dream, I was running, all right, from the bullets. You know, running away from the bullets. They was hitting trees and shit that were, you know, that was right next to me. And I was running, and I was running, and I was running. Then I stopped, and I realized I was like, none of the bullets affected me, man. That was a dream I had like years ago. That's an example of spiritual power. The Lord can do that, man. There's nothing that's impossible with YAHAWASHI, and we're in that time of these miracles happening. Because we're going to need it, man. If you don't believe in spiritual power, if you don't have the faith to understand that spiritual power is real, then you're going to be out here just left to be a victim, man. Our covering and our banner is YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI, and with that comes protection and divine intervention and spiritual power. So they're going to fear the name of the Lord, man, when they run down on the elect. All right? They're going to get these 2/3, man, because that's their judgment, to be destroyed by Esau, the sword. But when he tries to touch the men who have been serving YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI in truth and sincerity, when Esau tries to run down on the elect man and his family, something going to happen to these goddamn devils, man. Watch. Vengeance is promised, man. He going to turn us up. It's going to be nothing that these devils can do about it, man. And this is what the elites of Esau are afraid of. They know about this, man. They know about this. They know about this power that's given to the men of the Lord, man, when he's dealing with us, man. This is why they have super soldiers and all these different robots and things like that, because they know. All right? They know. Now, let's get Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 12. Okay? Zechariah 9 and verse 12. And it says this. Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. All right? So who are the prisoners of hope? The Israelites. We are the prisoners of hope. All we got is hope and faith in the Lord YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI, and we're prisoners in this captivity, man. We're hoping to be released very, very soon. And all the signs are here, man. All right? All the signs are here. So we're turning to the stronghold. The stronghold is who? YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI. As it tells you in Proverbs 18 and verse 10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. That's what we run into in these last days. YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI. All right. Now, verse 13, Zechariah 9 and verse 13, it says, when I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, that represents northern and southern kingdom, being made a weapon. All right. Raised up thy sons, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. And it's talking about us going against these goddamn devils, man. The 12 tribes. All right, the sons of Zion against the sons of Greece. And the sons of Greece represents the Edomites. All right? The same ones that afflicted us in ancient Greece. We finna bump heads, man. and you lose, Esau. All right, as prophesied. Okay, we're in that time. This prophecy must come to pass. All right. Now, I want to get a quick disclaimer. You know, I got to put these disclaimers in there because Jake will hear this and get all roused up, and get to realize that we have to wait on the Lord, man. He's gonna do it in His timing. Okay. So if you know, I'm gonna get Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. All right, you gotta move in wisdom, man. Zephaniah 3 and verse 8, it says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI." We gotta wait for the Lord, man, until the day that I rise up to the prey. The prey is these damn devils. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So the point is, we have to wait for the Lord, man. It's fully set in the Lord's heart to destroy our enemies. All right, it's gonna happen. All right, so wait on Him. Just want to put that out there, man. Yeah, Jake, you out here trying to jump the gun and go out here and beat up Edomites and whatnot and get your ass put to death, man, because you disobeyed the instructions. All right. Eventually, the Lord gonna raise us up with that power, man. And let's get Zechariah 12 too. Let's get Zechariah 12. Oh yeah, it's a heavy one right here. Zechariah 12 and verse start at verse 8. Yep, verse 8. Going into spiritual power as well. So we gotta remind ourselves of this to keep us going, man, because this shit is frustrating living here, man, underneath these damn devils and these heathen, you know, looking down on us and oppressing us, going to these goddamn jobs, paying these bills from day to day, watching all the crazy shit going on in the news. You gotta remember that the Lord is gonna eventually pay them back, man. He's gonna raise us up with that power. All right, keeps you motivated to continue on, man, to hold on, to endure. So this is yep. I'm gonna read verse 7. This is Zechariah 12 and verse 7. The Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, shall save the tents of Judah first. He raised up the southern kingdom first, man. All right, with this understanding, you know, in these last days. And now you see the southern kingdom, the northern kingdom stepping up too. But the Lord started with the southern kingdom, the so-called Negroes, right? You know, Elder Albert Bivens, man. The Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah, because the northern kingdom has that, you know, that rivalry going on with the southern kingdom. You know, that's part of the curses. But the Lord rose us up because he didn't want the other tribes to magnify themselves against the southern kingdom, right? The so-called Negroes. Now, verse 8, it says, "In that day shall the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem." He's going to defend us, man. "And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David." That's one of my favorites right there, man. Because you got, you know, some of our people, man, they're not in the best condition health-wise, man. You got brothers that are dealing with ailments and whatnot, man, in this truth, that are of the elect, you see? And the Lord is going to empower them in these last days. It says even the feeble amongst our people, the weak amongst our people that are of the elect, He's going to raise them up with power to make them warriors like King David. And King David was a mighty warrior. All right, he slayed thousands of men, tens of thousands, man. So even the most feeble amongst us are going to be like David in that day, man, raised up with strength for the battle. Okay? And King David hated them damn Edomites. So I'll read that again. It says, Zechariah 12 and verse 8, "In that day shall the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the Elohim," meaning the angels. We're going to have spiritual power like unto the angels, man, the host of heaven. "As the angel of the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, before them." I gotta read verse 9. "And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem." So all you heathen, vengeance is promised to you, man. All right, and I hope I live to see that day. Hope the Lord made me a battle axe and one of his weapons of war, man. I know a lot of us sincere brothers, we pray and hope that he makes us, all right, those weapons, man. Because we tired of these devils. We tired of you heathen. We're tired of you rebellious Israelites, man, who come up against YAHAWASHI and his word. Y'all are going to receive that vengeance, man. We're in that time too. All right. And I got a couple more. We're going to close. I want to get Isaiah 54 real quick. All right. These are all scriptures written down, in the Bible, man. It's not my own vain opinion. All right. We're reading it straight from the scriptures, right? This is what's written. These are the scriptures that your pork chop eating ass pastor don't bring out to the congregation. All right. They don't talk about the vengeance upon our enemies. Shit, a lot of these damn pork chop eating ass pastors, they try to side with Esau. They try to side with the damn enemy. Showing you how fucked up in the mind they are. All right. They don't stand a chance. So Isaiah 54 and verse 17. Salakia. Hold on, my phone is acting up, man. My tablet over here is acting up. Give me a second. So Isaiah 54 and verse 17. Where is it at? Here it is right here. All right, Isaiah 54 and verse 17. It says this: no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Y'all know that one, right? And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI. It says no weapon formed against us shall prosper. That goes for spiritual weapons, because these devils are putting all kind of enchantments out there, sacrificing to their false idols, sacrificing the devils, trying to put up curses on us, doing all kind of witchcraft in the media. All right. It's not going to prosper against the elect. Their physical weapons ain't going to prosper against us. All right. Because we're going to have that spiritual power. All right. You see that? It's right here in the scriptures, man. And it's our heritage to condemn you devils, man. And that's why we make these videos, to condemn you, man. To bring it out through the scriptures, to show you the word of Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI entails punishment for you, you heathen. Especially you fucking Edomites, man. Excuse my French. All right. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna close with this, man. One of my favorites, man. It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up, man. I ain't want to make this too long, but I want to put that vibration out there of recompense being brought on our enemies, man, and how we desire wholeheartedly to see it. So this is Luke chapter 10. And I believe it's verse 19, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yep, here it is. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 18. So this is Luke chapter 10 and verse 18. This is Lord YAHAWASHI speaking in the red letter, right? Our Savior, who was a so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, who was coming back to fuck you devils up. Now, this is Luke chapter 18, or chapter 19. Luke chapter 10 and verse 18, it says, and he said unto them, this is YAHAWASHI speaking, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. That's referring to you devils who are the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan falling from your heaven. Because right now you're in your heaven. Like I said earlier, living in the best parts of the land, get the best real estate. You know, you drive through these Edomite neighborhoods, man, they living it up, man. The average Edomite is living it up, man. All right? But they're falling from that state as we speak. And lightning falls quick. It comes down from the heavens to the earth very fast. That's how these devils are falling, by way of the spirit of Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI. Now, verse 19, it says, behold, this is the Lord YAHAWASHI speaking, man. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy. All right? And nothing shall by any means hurt you. Come on, man. The Lord YAHAWASHI said that himself. You got to believe, man. You got to believe, man. The Lord YAHAWASHI said that himself. He's going to give us power to tread on serpents and scorpions, man. Meaning things that can hurt, things that can sting. All right? Esau's a goddamn serpent, and he has weapons that are meant to harm us, man. These 2/3 want to do harm unto us. Those are like the scorpions out here, man. These 2/3 wicked niggas or like on the scorpions. But guess what? It says we're going to have power over all the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt us. And I can't wait for that to be brought forth, man. Because at that point, it's going to be made known who are the Lord's elect, when that power is given to take vengeance and to defend ourselves from our enemies, man. All right? So I just want to bring that out, man. Vengeance is promised, man. It's prophesied to happen. All right? So come out of that weak spirit, man, of trying to love every damn body like these weak-ass Israelites are in, man, on social media. Trying to love Edomites and try to love the heathen. Well, that's not what the Lord prescribed, man. He prescribed vengeance and recompense for our enemies. So with that being said, I'm in this lesson right here. I just want to bring that out, man, through the Spirit. Hopefully you were edified and exhorted, all right, through the Spirit of YAHAWASHI. I'm going to give all praise, all honor, all glory unto YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, rachak, wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and Spirit of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. And Kwame Asharala and Abba Babal. Shalom. Vengeance is promised.